Welcome to Curious Kids HQ, where mysteries of the world come alive. From ancient palaces to haunted legends, we uncover the fascinating secrets hidden in history's shadows. Ever wondered what it's like to explore the Forbidden City of Beijing, or hear about its ghostly past? You've come to the right place! Join us as we dive into the world's most incredible stories, solve puzzles, and spark your curiosity. Subscribe now, and let's embark on a thrilling adventure together. Imagine standing at the gates of one of the most majestic and mysterious places in the world, Beijing's Forbidden City. The vast palace, with its towering red walls and golden rooftops, stretches out before you. It's a symbol of ancient Chinese power and history, a place where emperors once ruled and secrets were buried deep. But as grand as it is, the Forbidden City also has a darker side, filled with tales of ghosts, tragic spirits, and eerie encounters that have left visitors with more questions than answers. Let's dive into the chilling story of the Forbidden City and the ghostly legends that still haunt its halls today. The Forbidden City, located in the heart of Beijing, was built in the early 15th century during the Ming Dynasty. For nearly 500 years, it served as the home of China's emperors and their courts. Only a select few were allowed inside its walls: royalty, concubines, servants, and eunuchs. The common people could only imagine what life was like behind the grand walls. But one thing was clear: life inside the palace was far from ordinary. The Forbidden City is a place of grandeur, with over 9,000 rooms, stunning courtyards, and intricately designed halls. It's a masterpiece of Chinese architecture and history. But beneath its beauty lies a history filled with power struggles, betrayal, and, for many, tragedy. Some of the people who lived there met untimely and violent ends, and it is said that their spirits never truly left. The most famous ghost story of the Forbidden City is that of the emperor himself. Legend has it that one of the emperors who once ruled from within these walls never left, even after his death. His restless spirit is said to wander the grand halls at night, a shadowy figure dressed in imperial robes with a haunting expression on his face. Many visitors and even guards of the Forbidden City have reported seeing a mysterious figure, believed to be the ghost of the emperor. He is often seen walking through the palace's empty corridors, disappearing into thin air before anyone can get too close. Some say they've heard footsteps echoing through the halls when no one else is around. It's as if the past refuses to stay buried in this ancient place. But the emperor isn't the only ghost said to haunt the Forbidden City. The palace was home to thousands of concubines, eunuchs, and servants, many of whom lived lives of quiet desperation. Some met tragic fates, either through palace intrigue, betrayal, or even execution. Their spirits are said to linger as well, especially in the darker corners of the palace. Concubines were women who lived in the Forbidden City, serving the emperor as part of his harem. Life as a concubine was often harsh, filled with competition and uncertainty. Some of the concubines were never able to see the emperor, living their lives in solitude, waiting for a call that would never come. According to legend, several concubines who suffered tragic fates still haunt the Forbidden City today. One of the most famous stories is that of a concubine who was thrown into a well after falling out of favor with the emperor. Her ghost, drenched and weeping, has been seen wandering the palace grounds, looking for justice or perhaps a way to escape her eternal sorrow. Other visitors claim to have heard whispers in the air, as if the concubines are still sharing their secrets with one another, even in death. Some say they've seen shadowy figures dressed in ancient garments, moving quietly through the halls, disappearing into the walls when approached. Eunuchs were men who served the emperor, often working in the inner chambers of the palace. They were trusted advisors, but they also lived difficult lives. Some were castrated as young boys and sent to work in the palace, leaving behind any chance of a normal life. Many eunuchs lived in fear of losing favor with the emperor, knowing that their fortunes could change in an instant. It's said that some of the eunuch spirits also linger in the Forbidden City. Guards and night watchmen have reported hearing soft footsteps following them, only to turn around and find no one there. In some parts of the palace, the air feels heavy, as if the presence of these lost souls is still felt, trapped between this world and the next. While the Forbidden City is a popular tourist destination today, many visitors have reported experiencing strange and unsettling things during their tours. The palace is especially eerie at night, when the crowds have left, and only the quiet echoes of history remain. One of the most commonly reported experiences is the feeling of being watched. Visitors often describe the sensation of eyes following them, even when they're alone in a room. Others have heard the sound of footsteps behind them, only to turn around and find no one there. Some have even claimed to see shadowy figures darting between the ancient columns and courtyards. One chilling story comes from a night guard who was patrolling the grounds of the Forbidden City. He was walking through one of the empty courtyards when he heard the sound of soft crying. As he followed the sound, he saw the faint outline of a woman in traditional robes, her face hidden by her long hair. As he approached, she vanished into the darkness, leaving him shaken and convinced that he had encountered one of the palace's restless spirits. Of course, not everyone believes in the ghost stories surrounding the Forbidden City. Some say that the eerie experiences can be explained by the palace's age and the natural sounds of an old building settling over time. The creaking of wood, the echoes of footsteps, and the play of light and shadow can all create the illusion of something supernatural. But for those who have experienced something strange in the Forbidden City, the feeling of unease is all too real. Whether it's the weight of history or the lingering presence of those who once lived there, the Forbidden City is a place that seems to hold on to the past in a way that few other places do. Today, the Forbidden City is one of the most famous landmarks in China. Visitors from all over the world come to marvel at its beauty, walk through its grand halls, and learn about the history of the emperors who once ruled from within its walls. But for those who are brave enough, the palace also offers a glimpse into its darker side, a side filled with ghostly figures, mysterious sounds, and stories that have been passed down through generations. If you ever find yourself in Beijing, would you dare to visit the Forbidden City at night? Would you walk through its empty halls, knowing that the ghosts of the past might still be there, watching from the shadows? Whether you believe in ghosts or not, one thing is certain. The Forbidden City is a place where history comes alive in more ways than one. Thanks for exploring the Forbidden City with us. If you were spooked by the tales of the Emperor's ghost, be sure to hit the like button and share this video with fellow adventurers. Have a question or a mystery you want us to explore next? Drop it in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss a new, mysterious adventure. Until next time, stay curious, keep exploring, and remember, the past is closer than you think.